Chapter 1: Aesthetic Neural Imprints. What if colors, scents, and spaces could etch themselves into memory as surely as words in a book? Seek the places where emotion and architecture are not separate, but one. Aesthetic neural imprints. In the realm of modern Vitruvianism, the concept of aesthetic neural imprints represents a revolutionary synergy between architecture and neural technology. This tenet envisions a future where buildings and spaces are designed not only to appeal to the human eye, but also to leave a lasting imprint on the user's neural pathways, creating a profound sensory and emotional connection. The core ethos of aesthetic neural imprints centers on the idea of creating spatial experiences that extend beyond the physical realm. By harnessing advancements in neurology, neuropsychology, and neural interfaces, architects and designers aim to craft environments that stimulate and sculpt the user's brain activity. Through strategically placed stimuli, patterns, colors, and even scents, these spaces evoke specific emotional responses, invoking memories and inspiring creativity. Chapter 2: Bio-Integrated Quantum Design. What fortress breathes, heals, and whispers with the forest? What walls pulse with life yet hum with quantum fire? Seek the blueprint where biology and physics marry, and stone itself learns to live. Bio-integrated quantum design represents a paradigm shift in architecture, merging the realms of biology and quantum mechanics to create structures that not only coexist with nature but actively engage and harmonize with it. This tenet envisions buildings and environments as dynamic ecosystems that incorporate living organisms, quantum technologies, and bioengineering principles. The core ethos of bio-integrated quantum design centers on creating symbiotic relationships between architecture and nature. By integrating living organisms such as plants, microorganisms, and even bioengineered biomaterials, architects seek to develop structures that can adapt to changing environmental conditions, self-repair, and even contribute to ecological balance. Quantum technologies further enhance this integration by enabling real-time communication and interaction between the built environment and its natural surroundings.
Chapter 3: Bioenergetic Structural Support. What walls drink your footsteps and return them as light? What pillars hum with the pulse of your breath, weaving body and building into one? Seek the house that listens, the fortress that feeds on motion, the structure that lives because you live. Bioenergetic structural support represents a visionary approach to architecture that leverages the body's natural energy systems to enhance the functionality and sustainability of buildings. This tenet envisions structures that actively interact with human bioenergetics, harnessing and redistributing energy flows to create responsive and efficient environments. The core ethos of bioenergetic structural support revolves around the concept of buildings as living organisms that dynamically interact with their occupants. By integrating technologies such as piezoelectric materials, electromagnetic fields, and biofeedback sensors, architects aim to create spaces that adapt to human energy patterns, contributing to enhanced well-being and energy conservation. Applications of bioenergetic structural support are diverse and impactful. One significant area is the development of buildings that generate energy through the movement and vibrations of occupants.
Chapter 4: Biomimetic Nanoarchitectures. What if walls wore the skin of leaves and towers drew like coral in the sea? What if steel learned the patience of bone and glass remembered the weave of a spider's silk? Seek the craft where nature whispers blueprints at the nanoscale. Biomimetic nanoarchitectures represent an innovative approach to architectural design that draws inspiration from nature's intricate patterns, forms, and processes, while leveraging nanotechnology to create structures with unparalleled efficiency, adaptability, and functionality. This tenet envisions buildings that mimic biological systems at the nanoscale, leading to the creation of structures that seamlessly integrate with their environments and respond to changing conditions. The core ethos of biomimetic nanoarchitectures lies in the belief that nature's designs have evolved over millions of years to achieve optimal solutions for survival and efficiency. By translating these designs into architectural forms and leveraging nanotechnology, architects seek to create buildings that not only harmonize with their surroundings but also excel in performance and sustainability.
Chapter 5. Biometric Sensory Enhancement. What if walls could hear your pulse and light bent itself to match the rhythm of your breath? What if a room whispered in colors you alone could see, or shaped its silence to cradle your thoughts? Seek the place where architecture is no longer built, but felt. Biometric sensory enhancement marks a groundbreaking paradigm shift in architecture that capitalizes on advancements in biotechnology and sensory augmentation to create environments that heighten and personalize human sensory experiences. This tenet envisions spaces that cater to individual sensory profiles, offering immersive and enriching encounters that transcend traditional architectural boundaries. The core ethos of biometric sensory enhancement revolves around the idea of architecture as an extension of the human senses. By integrating biometric sensors, neural interfaces, and augmented reality technologies, architects aim to design spaces that dynamically adjust visual, auditory, haptic, and olfactory stimuli based on individual preferences and physiological states.
Chapter 6. Brain-responsive environments. If thought could shape the room and emotion could bend the light, would walls still stand still, or would they breathe with the mind that dreams within them? Brain-responsive environments. Brain-responsive environments represent a groundbreaking approach to architectural design that leverages neurotechnology and artificial intelligence to create spaces that directly interface with the human brain, adapting in real time to cognitive and emotional states. This tenet envisions buildings that actively respond to users' brain activity, creating immersive and tailored experiences that promote well-being, productivity, and engagement. The core ethos of brain-responsive environment centers around the idea of architecture as a dynamic extension of the mind. By integrating brain-computer interfaces (BCIs), neurofeedback systems, and AI algorithms, architects aim to design spaces that can enhance concentration, relaxation, and creativity by modulating sensory stimuli and environmental factors.
Chapter 7. Cognitive Quantum Adaptation. What if walls could calculate thought, and ceilings could shift with your curiosity? Seek the structures where cognition and quantum computation intertwine, shaping a space that thinks with you. Cognitive quantum adaptation represents a pioneering approach to architectural design that harnesses the power of quantum computing to create spaces that dynamically adapt to users' cognitive and emotional states. This tenet envisions buildings that utilize quantum algorithms to process vast amounts of data and adjust environmental factors in real time, fostering cognitive optimization and well-being. The core ethos of cognitive quantum adaptation revolves around the fusion of quantum computing and cognitive science. By integrating quantum processors, advanced sensors, and all algorithms, architects aim to design spaces that can comprehend and respond to complex patterns of human cognitive activity, ensuring optimal mental states and experiences.
Chapter 8. Emotionally Intelligent Spaces. What if a room could sense your joy, your unease, your wonder? What if walls could mirror the heartbeat of your mind and adjust their colors, light, and sound to meet it? Seek the architecture that feels with you. Emotionally intelligent spaces signify a transformative shift in architectural design, embracing the integration of artificial intelligence, sensors, and data analytics to create environments that possess an innate understanding of human emotions. This tenet envisions spaces that can perceive, interpret, and respond to users' emotional states, fostering well-being, comfort, and resonance with occupants. The core ethos of emotionally intelligent spaces revolves around architecture that empathizes with human emotions. By deploying technologies such as emotion recognition algorithms, biometric sensors, and affective computing, architects aim to create environments that can adapt lighting, color schemes, music, and other sensory elements to elicit specific emotional responses. Applications of emotionally intelligent spaces are broad and transformative.
Chapter 9: Holographic Morphological Artistry. What if walls could ripple like water and floors could fold like paper? What if space itself became paint, and every gesture of your hand reshaped the world around you? Seek the architecture that dances with light. Holographic morphological artistry signifies a revolutionary leap in architectural design, merging advanced holographic technologies with creative expression to craft spaces that transcend physical boundaries and redefine the very essence of form and aesthetics. This tenet envisions environments that blend the virtual and physical realms, giving rise to architectural experiences that are fluid, dynamic, and audacious-inspiring. The core ethos of holographic morphological artistry revolves around architecture as an interactive canvas, where space itself becomes a medium of artistic expression. By integrating holographic projections, augmented reality, and interactive design tools, architects aim to create spaces that can morph, transform, and adapt in real time, captivating occupants and invoking a sense of wonder. Applications of holographic morphological artistry are diverse and transformative. Cultural institutions could employ holographic displays to bring history and art to life, creating immersive narratives that engage visitors on a profound level.
Chapter 10: Neural Quantum Aesthetics. What if walls could hum to your neurons, and light could dance to the rhythm of your thoughts? What if every surface you touch resonated with your mind, bending perception and emotion in harmony? Seek the architecture that sings to the brain. Neural quantum aesthetics represents a paradigm-shifting approach to architectural design that fuses neuroscience with quantum computing to create spaces that resonate deeply with human perception and emotion. This tenet envisions environments that leverage both neural interfaces and quantum algorithms to craft aesthetics that are not only visually captivating but also resonate on a profound cognitive and emotional level. The core ethos of neural quantum aesthetics revolves around architecture as a medium for evoking powerful neural responses. By integrating neural interfaces, brain-computer interfaces (BCs), and quantum algorithms, architects aim to create spaces that adapt visual, auditory, and haptic elements to harmonize with users' neural patterns, fostering sensory immersion and emotional resonance.
Chapter 11: Neurospatial Synergy. What if a room could guide your thoughts, calm your anxieties, and amplify your focus? What if walls and light aligned with the pathways of your mind, creating harmony between space and nervous system? Seek the architecture that thinks with you. Neurospatial Synergy represents a groundbreaking approach to architectural design that merges neuroscience, spatial psychology, and technological innovation to create environments that optimize cognitive function, emotional well-being, and human connection. This tenet envisions spaces that harmonize with the neural pathways of occupants, creating environments that intuitively cater to cognitive and emotional needs. The core ethos of neurospatial synergy centers around the concept of architecture as an extension of the human nervous system. By integrating biometric sensors, spatial design principles, and advanced technologies, architects aim to design spaces that enhance neural engagement, emotional balance, and overall quality of life. Applications of neurospatial synergy are diverse and impactful. In educational settings, classrooms could be designed to minimize cognitive distractions, optimize lighting for concentration, and promote active learning.
Chapter 12: Quantum Bioclimate. What if a building could breathe with the wind, learn from the sun, and pulse with the rhythm of life around it? What if walls could sense the climate and adjust themselves to perfection? Seek the architecture that lives and breathes with nature. Quantum Bioclimate Management marks a revolutionary approach to architectural design that fuses quantum computing, biology, and climate science to create buildings that dynamically interact with their surroundings to optimize energy usage, comfort, and environmental impact. This tenet envisions structures that harness the power of quantum algorithms to achieve unprecedented levels of sustainability and adaptability. The core ethos of quantum bioclimate management revolves around architecture as a living ecosystem. By integrating quantum processors, bioengineered materials, and advanced sensors, architects aim to design buildings that respond in real time to climate conditions, adjusting factors like lighting, temperature, and airflow to create comfortable and energy-efficient spaces. Applications of quantum bioclimate management are extensive and transformative. In residential buildings, this technology could adapt indoor environments to individual preferences, ensuring optimal comfort and energy efficiency for each occupant.
Chapter 13. Quantum Enhanced Ergonomics. What if a chair could think with your spine? And a desk could sense your posture before fatigue sets in? What if every surface around you adjusted itself to nurture your body and mind? Seek the architecture that bends for your well-being. Quantum Enhanced Ergonomics represents a pioneering approach to architectural design that merges quantum, computing, biomechanics, and human-centric technologies to create environments that optimize comfort, health, and well-being. This tenet envisions spaces that harness the power of quantum algorithms to adapt to individual ergonomic needs, enhancing physical and mental health for occupants. The core ethos of quantum-enhanced ergonomics revolves around architecture as a facilitator of human well-being. By integrating quantum processors, biometric sensors, and personalized design elements, architects aim to design spaces that dynamically adjust to occupants' physiological needs, promoting comfort, reducing strain, and fostering productivity. Applications of quantum-enhanced ergonomics are wide-ranging. In office environments, workstations could adjust chair heights, desk angles, and lighting based on individual ergonomic preferences, mitigating the risk of musculoskeletal issues.
Chapter 14. Self-repairing nanomaterials. What if a building could mend itself as easily as skin heals a cut? What if walls, bridges, and floors sense fractures and restore their own integrity before decay spread? Seek the architecture that regenerates. Self-repairing nanomaterials herald a transformative leap in architectural design by integrating nanotechnology and advanced materials to create structures that autonomously detect and repair damage, ensuring longevity, sustainability, and cost-effectiveness. This tenet envisions buildings that possess the ability to self-maintain and adapt, minimizing maintenance costs and environmental impact. The core ethos of self-repairing nanomaterials centers around architecture as a living system. By integrating nanomaterials, sensors, and repair mechanisms, architects aim to design structures that can detect microdamage and initiate repair processes, optimizing structural integrity and minimizing the need for manual interventions. Applications of self-repairing nanomaterials are diverse and impactful. In infrastructure, bridges and roads could use self-healing materials to prevent cracks and deterioration, increasing safety and reducing maintenance expenses.
Chapter 15. Sensory Adaptive Interfaces. What if a room could listen to your senses and respond in kind, shaping light, sound, and temperature to your unique rhythm? What if the environment bent itself to your perception? Seek the architecture that senses you. Sensory adaptive interfaces represent a visionary approach to architectural design that integrates cutting-edge sensory technologies with intelligent interfaces to create environments that dynamically adjust to occupants' sensory preferences and needs. This tenet envisions spaces that seamlessly adapt to various sensory modalities, enhancing comfort, engagement, and well-being. The core ethos of sensory adaptive interfaces revolves around architecture as an interactive and responsive entity. By integrating sensory technologies, data analytics, and adaptive systems, architects aim to design environments that can modulate lighting, soundscapes, temperature, and other sensory elements to match individual preferences and optimize sensory experiences. Applications of sensory adaptive interfaces are diverse and transformative. In hospitality settings, hotels could create personalized guest experiences by adjusting room environments to match visitors' sensory preferences, promoting relaxation and comfort.
Chapter 16. Transhumanist Wellness Integration. What if a home could sense your heartbeat, track your vitality, and adjust itself to optimize your health and mind? What if walls and air became allies in your quest for human enhancement? Seek the architecture that evolves with you. Transhumanist Wellness Integration represents a visionary approach to architectural design that embraces transhumanism and human augmentation to create environments that seamlessly integrate technological advancements with human biology, enhancing physical health, mental well-being, and overall quality of life. This tenet envisions spaces that optimize human potential through the integration of biotechnology, wearable devices, and advanced sensors. The core ethos of transhumanist wellness integration centers around architecture as a platform for human enhancement. By integrating biosensors, genetic therapies, and personalized wellness technologies, architects aim to design spaces that actively promote health and well-being, facilitating a symbiotic relationship between humans and technology. Applications of transhumanist wellness integration are diverse and transformative. In residential environments, smart homes could monitor occupants' health metrics in real time and adjust lighting, air quality, and other elements to optimize wellness.
Chapter 17. Virtual Biological Symbiosis. What if your garden glowed in response to your thoughts, and digital creatures danced with living plants? What if architecture became a bridge, where the virtual and biological co-create reality? Seek the space that lives in two worlds. Virtual Biological Symbiosis represents an innovative approach to architectural design that merges virtual reality, biology, and symbiotic relationships to create environments that foster a harmonious coexistence between the virtual and biological worlds. This tenet envisions spaces that facilitate interactions between living organisms and virtual entities, enhancing ecological balance and offering immersive experiences. The core ethos of virtual biological symbiosis centers around architecture as a bridge between the natural and digital realms. By integrating bioluminescent organisms, virtual ecosystems, and augmented reality, architects aim to design environments where living organisms and virtual entities collaborate, enriching both the biological and virtual domains. Applications of virtual biological symbiosis are diverse and transformative. In public spaces, urban gardens could feature bioluminescent plants that respond to virtual interactions, creating interactive light displays and fostering a sense of wonder.
Chapter 18. Wellness-Driven Architectology. What if walls could breathe with you, lights could rise and fall with your circadian rhythm, and spaces could nurture both body and mind? What if architecture became a guardian of your wellness? Seek the design that heals as it houses. Wellness-driven. Architectology represents an innovative approach to architectural design that integrates advanced technologies with the principles of human well-being to create environments that prioritize physical health, mental well-being, and emotional balance. This tenet envisions spaces that seamlessly blend technology, nature, and design to foster holistic wellness for occupants. The core ethos of wellness-driven architectology revolves around architecture as a platform for enhancing human health and happiness. By integrating biophilic design, wearable devices, and smart systems, architects aim to design spaces that promote well-being through features such as air quality optimization, circadian lighting, and stress-reducing environments.
Chapter 19. Quantum Neural Fusion. What if your thoughts could entangle with computation, and your mind could ripple through quantum states? What if neural patterns shaped digital realities in real time? Seek the architecture that merges cognition with quantum intelligence. Quantum neural fusion is the future of cognitive quantum interactions. Quantum neural fusion represents the integration of neural data with quantum systems, enabling unprecedented levels of cognitive interaction with quantum computing, (AL), and immersive digital environments. By leveraging quantum entanglement, superposition, and neurolinguistic processing, this field pioneers new ways for human cognition to interface with quantum intelligence, unlocking profound advancements in problem-solving, creative thought, virtual reality, and transhumanism. This interdisciplinary fusion merges insights from quantum mechanics, cognitive neuroscience, artificial intelligence, and immersive technology, creating real-time, dynamic feedback loops between the human brain and quantum computational processes. The result is an ecosystem where thoughts, emotions, and neural activity directly influence and interact with quantum-based artificial intelligence models, leading to hyper-advanced simulations, problem-solving, and cognitive evolution.
Chapter 20. Neuroreactive Symbiotic Environments. NRSE. What if walls could breathe with you? What if light could feel your joy? What if entire cities could think alongside their people? Seek the final fusion, where human, machine, and nature converge in symbiotic design. Modern Vitruvianism envisions a harmonious fusion between humanity, technology, and the environment, where architecture, biotechnology, and cognitive sciences coalesce to create spaces that react, adapt, and evolve alongside human presence. At the core of this vision lies neuroreactive symbiotic environments, NRSE, the pinnacle of this 20-tenet philosophy, integrating all preceding concepts into a 12-year interdisciplinary study program. RSE represents living, thinking, and evolving spaces where bioengineered structures respond to human thoughts, emotions, and biological rhythms, adapting dynamically to support wellness, efficiency, and creativity. These spaces utilize cognitive quantum adaptation for real-time brain environment synchronization, emotionally intelligent spaces to enhance mental well-being, self-repairing nanomaterials for sustainable regenerative habitats, virtual biological symbiosis for seamless digital physical integration, neural quantum aesthetics to create immersive perception-driven design, from architecture that reacts to emotions to holographic interfaces that personalize sensory input. NRSE transforms the world into an adaptive, symbiotic ecosystem merging biology, quantum physics, and human consciousness.
Chapter 21, Modern Vitruvianism itself. How can a philosophy survive unless it watches itself, questions itself, and demands its practitioners to grow as much as the worlds they build? The 21st is not about creating walls, but about shaping the souls that will inhabit them. To close the loop, Tenet 21, modern Vitruvianism needs checks and balances to maintain itself as a robust philosophy, so needs to be studied, examined, critiqued and updated as a self-reflective, holistic initiation into the philosophy itself. Since the first 20 tenets are about advancing technology, biology, architecture, and human potential, the 21st tenet should focus on ensuring that those engaging with it are mentally, physically, and emotionally prepared for such a profound undertaking. This tenet should be a rite of passage, a preparatory initiation that blends self-development, mental resilience, discipline, philosophy, physical fitness and longevity, health, strength, endurance, community participation and nurturing, leadership, service, cultural awareness, artistic and philosophical refinement, creative thinking, cultural wisdom, historical context, approach to creating the curriculum for modern Vitruvianism, the initiatiate. Instead of a purely academic approach, this tenet would function more like a structured, multi-year initiation, living discipline that conditions the individual into a capable practitioner of modern Vitruvianism itself. I propose a 7-year structured path, mirroring classical, philosophical, and martial arts mastery systems, ensuring that initiates emerge strong, wise and culturally enriched leaders, voted to this position by the rest of the Vitruvians.